Good day, everyone. It's the one, the only V, the Girl Economist, coming to you on this special broadcast. And I'm with my partner over at RemainCom.net, Frank Delala. And we're about to share with you some exciting developments, some new products and services that are better, more effective. And the best part is, guys, it's more affordable than ever before. So, Frank, what's going on? What's the latest that you guys got going on that we've created over at Remain Calm?
Hey V, yeah, no, very excited about what we're doing. We've got some new programs, and we have made it easier for people to get started in terms of their initial cost, and very excited about it. More than that, though, we're offering services. I mean, these are things we've experimented with over the last year. And now we're ready to make them a part of just the regular package that we're offering to people. So I'm very excited about that. We've done some incredible things for people, and we're calling it the Thrive program. So we've got a couple different Thrive products and memberships that we want to tell people about. And here's the thing: if you're on our site right now, if you don't have any debt issues, you haven't defaulted on anything, we've got something for you that we think is for everyone. It's just a smarter way to do your banking. We call it smart banking. But if you're here and you do have some debt issues, or you're about to have some issues with your debt, like we spoke to a wonderful lady yesterday, just could not keep up with her credit card debt, and she knew she was about to just crash and burn when it came to making those payments, and she wanted to make sure that she was protected, make sure that she had people in her corner to walk her through that process, which was inevitable. It's going to happen anyway. So she might as well have a team of experts to walk her through it. If you're in anything like that or anywhere in between, we've got some just amazing services for you in these Thrive memberships. So we're excited to show them to you. And we keep simplifying it, right? We love simplicity, and so we keep
Love it.
paring it down to the basics. And so we want to show you what we've got here today. So.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So let me get this straight. So we've simplified everything. We made it better. We made it more affordable, and we've made it more effective.
Yeah,
So let's
absolutely.
let's start with this, Frank. Let's start
Okay.
with this. Talk to me about the four programs that we have
Yeah.
and what they do. Real quick,
Okay.
running it down. What's the essential, man?
Yeah.
What
So
is smart banking? What is that?
pulled up our little screen here with our four basic programs. And let me say this: if you're out there, you've got issues with debt, all kinds of things. Uh, there's so many different things we can look at. But this is the place to start. No matter what you're facing, these are the things you want to start with. And the most important is to make sure you have your banking accounts, your bank account set up in a smart way, in what we think is the right way to do it. So the first thing we want to tell people about is our smart banking system. And what we do is we provide you with tools and instruction and support to help you set up a smart bank account. And what's a smart bank account? It's a bank account that if you have issues, no, whether they're fraudulent or real or or whatever, no one can just go into your bank account and scrape your funds out. We deal with people all the time who come to us and say, oh my goodness, I woke up this morning and they took this chunk of money right out of my checking account, no notice, had no idea it was going to happen, and it could be due to some old credit card issue they had a couple years ago or something like that. Or let's get into a scenario that could affect anyone. Everybody's asking us about this Equifax hack, right?
Yeah,
where
yeah, yeah.
where U.S. consumers were. Notice they didn't say Equifax members; they said U.S. consumers, 140 million of them. And I'm pretty sure, V, you would know better than me, but I'm pretty sure Equifax doesn't have 140 million members, right?
Right,
Yeah, so
right.
it's they're talking about America. Adults with social security numbers got hacked. So let's say somebody opened a fraudulent account in your name. You didn't know about it. Of course, it's not being paid on. It gets charged off. It gets sold off to collections. Someone comes to you for a judgment. They get a judgment. You don't pay the judgment, and one day they just take money out of your bank account. Well, if you have our smart banking package, that'll never happen. No matter what they do, even court ordered to garnish your bank account can't happen. That's what our smart banking is, and so we recommend that for everybody. We just think it's a smarter way to do things. We give you tools to set up that bank account. It's quick, it's easy, and we walk you through the whole process. The other thing we have is I'll skip over the Express right now and go to the Basic. The Basic is if you're a person who would benefit from a smart bank account, but you also have current known debt issues. So you're getting collections letters and stuff like that, which a lot of people come to us that's the situation they're in. You're getting creditors and collectors sending you threatening messages and things like that. Not only will we help you set up your smart bank account, but we're going to support you with included in your 18-month subscription. We're going to support you with responses and things like that preserve your right to dispute those things now or in the future. And so that's an important part of it. So if you have debt issues, we recommend the Basic setup minimum. Then we also have our Express and Plus plans. Let me talk about what the Plus is. The Plus is everything I've described so far, but it also includes 18 months of support where we help you work on your credit. And, when I say help, we need you to cooperate in the process. You're going to be looking out for things and uploading things to us when you receive them in the mail and so on. But we're doing the expert work for you behind the scenes. We're analyzing, we're preparing documents, we're figuring out the best strategy to try to clean your credit up. And we've gotten some amazing results for people in the time that we've been in business with credit repair. And, and we're always sharpening our tools. We're always getting better and better. We have a team of problem solvers who are looking to get your credit cleaned up, who are looking to get the negatives, the inquiries, all of the stuff that makes it hard for you to buy a car and get a mortgage, all that stuff that messes you up. Bankruptcies, liens, judgments, public records. We work to remove all of that stuff. And so we have a really dedicated team who's enthusiastic about cleaning up your credit. So if you've got debt issues, the ultimate package here would be the Plus. That's where you would look to go. But if you want to get started with the Basic and then upgrade to the Plus later, we could do that. But we recommend the Plus if you can do that now. And then we also have this. We know some people come to us for whatever reason. They're not that worried about their bank account. It's like people want it, so we offer it. If you just want credit repair, you don't think you're in danger. At least as far as you can tell, you're not in danger of any garnishments or anything like that. Maybe, and this scenario would be for someone who you went through bankruptcy years ago. You've got old liens and judgments on there. You don't have any current issues. You don't have anything that's on fire right now. The Express package where we just work on your credit. We have an 8-month subscription where we will work with you on that and try to get all those negatives removed from your credit. That's who that's for. It's for the person that's kind of the dust settled a long time ago and you just want to see, you want to get your credit cleaned up. That's who the Express package is really for. But if you're in a current situation, you want to look at the Basic and the Plus. So that's it. That's where to begin. And then here's the exciting thing. People come to us, V. I mean, about this. All different situations, all different states. Some people, everything. We always say it's on fire, right? Everything is on fire. They're worried about their paychecks. They're worried about tax issues, all kinds of stuff. Well, we do. Once you become a member, we give you access to a risk analysis form that you can fill out. And we can advise on any further setup that's needed for you. So here's what we say. You're coming to us and you're like, I'm not sure what I need. I got all these issues. I got all these problems. Pick the package that looks best for you to get started, which is, if you have a bank account, by the way, one of these is for you. We literally, V, I didn't tell you this, but me and Mr. X were analyzing some risk forms that came in. One person, they didn't even have a bank account. We said, wow, this is the first time we didn't have a recommendation for this person. This person was totally, what do you call it, debanked, unbanked. So we were like, we got nothing for this person, But if you have a bank account, you have risk. And we'd recommend you do your banking in a different way. Use the Essential package. It gives you a tool to protect your cash in the future. So these are where you start. And then we can always go further in the future if you need additional services. And I always tell people this, V. Some people that they want to know, like, what's the most this could cost me? I like to say this: we don't have any products additional for helping people with other stuff that is outside of the price range you're seeing here. Right? We don't have, and maybe this is a bad thing, we don't have any $10,000 packages. So if
Yeah,
you're thinking,
exactly.
well, I've got this other issue that this doesn't address, I want to find out what that costs. Everything's in the ballpark of what you're seeing here on this screen in terms of cost. So whatever issue you have, it's going to be round about these numbers, a little more, a little less. So that said, don't hesitate. Get started up. We can get you started with a smart bank account. Real quick. The turnover is very fast on that. And here's what happens. You sign up today. You get an email. That email has a link. That link brings you to a page that says, fill out this form. Give us this info. It's very straightforward info. And then we get you started. It's that simple. And so you could click below. You could learn more about each of the programs and who they're for and how they work and what to expect from them. And then get started today. So we're really excited, and V, you and I have been seeing some great things from our previous program, and right. This one just adds. I don't know. It's like
I love it.
Yeah, it's like
what I love. I love anything that can be
there.
made more affordable and bring to the masses. My thing is this, man. Look, here's the deal. If somebody's out there listening to this, you don't have credit problems, you don't have debt problems, you got nobody breathing down your throat. Everybody, even those that don't have a problem, everybody should have a smart banking option.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
Yeah.
You're crazy not to.
Not only
you're
that.
You're crazy not to.
Yeah. No, it's the more when you and I started with this stuff, V, I wasn't nearly as informed about these things. And then, of course, over time, you work on it day in and day out, you pick up so much. Now, between you and Mr. X, the things we've learned from him and brought into our services, you realize, man, people are just dangling. We were talking the other day, I don't know if it was when we were on the show or just one of our conference calls together, but we were saying that agreement you sign when you open your checking account, what you're agreeing to is if anybody comes to the bank and demands money out of your account, they're gonna do it. That's what you're signing. You're saying I give J.P. Morgan the right to determine that this or that collector can just garnish money out of my account because they want a judgment against me. So you're just giving that away when you open a checking account in your name under your Social Security number. We make it so you don't have to do that. And here's the other thing. Someone close to me, a friend of mine, we set one of these up for her. And she walks into the bank, and she was haggling with them. She doesn't like to leave a lot of cash in, and so this particular bank had some minimum requirements, and they worked through it. They found a way around it. But the banker was looking at her and saying, "I don't understand why you're haggling. You must have so much money if you're here to set up this kind of account." Because the documents we had prepared, this lady in the banker's experience, the banker was a lady too. Her assumption was that if you have this setup prepared, you must be extremely wealthy. Only elites have this kind of instrument. Yeah. And so we were freaking out because you and I and Mr. X, what's our vision for what we do? We want to bring these tools that only the elites have had access to. We want to bring them to everybody. We want everybody having the same protections. And the funny thing is, they say, and I don't want to get too much into the weeds and into all the different things that we do to help people protect their assets, because there are a lot of different services that we provide in addition to this. But one of the assurances that we have that it's all going to work is that we're using the same instruments, methods, means, tools that the elites use to protect their stuff. So then that the laws are going to be on your side because you're using the same protections that the elites are using, and they're the ones who write the laws. It's that simple.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And these are their loopholes. Exactly. We're utilizing their loopholes. So if they can't afford to close out a loophole, they just can't do it.
They can't do it. No, they'd all be toast. Yeah.
Exactly. That's like cutting themselves off.
Yeah, we're bringing it to the masses. So we're super excited about it.
And let's not kid ourselves. This originally was a $10,000 program, man.
Yeah.
To have this set up, and now for pennies on the dollar at this point, man. It's simply
we were impressed with our old prices. These new prices are like we're like
the best.
Yeah. What are we doing here?
The best.
Are we
I love it.
Are we insane?
Exactly. You know what it is, man? I just love simplifying things, and I love to pass those savings off to customers and to clients, man. I love it. It's a whole new ball game. It's a whole new ball game, again, the emphasis here is protection. Before we were like focusing on credit repair, and we started to realize that it's like when you're doing credit repair, you'll eventually get the credit fixed. But a lot of there are clients that are dealing with the problem of they're dealing with the problem of having collectors and this, that, and the other.
Yeah,
So
and they're getting more aggressive.
This fixes
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
Exactly correct.
Yeah, and a collector's job is to scare the daylights out of you. That's what they do
That
for a
is their
living.
job.
And when they can't take money out of your bank, and some of the other things that we do for people who have additional issues, when you're set up, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they win a judgment against you. They're not going to get anything, period. There's no way for them to get anything. And that's really the biggest concern, is that you're going to see something garnished from you. And we can make you uncollectible. And that's very, very, very exciting. So these are the places to start. The Essential. If you're listening to this and you have a bank account, you need the Essential. If you have debt issues, you need the Basic or the Plus. Like we said, if you have very old credit issues where the dust settled a long time ago, you might want to look at the Express. But for most people, it's Essential, Basic, or Plus. And just go ahead and pull the trigger on it, because you're not going to regret it. It's a really great service, and you're going to end up. And here's the thing with the smart banking: this is something we take it for granted because we know how it works. It's permanent. That's a one-time setup fee for something you're going to have access to. It's not like you're in our services for in our servers for the membership. That smart banking setup is permanent. You could use it going forward from here on in. So it's very cool. And you could use it to set up as many bank accounts as you want. If you want to have 10 bank accounts for whatever weird reason you want to do that, you can do that using the tools we provide you.
Exactly correct.
All right. V, thanks so much, man. Everybody can just scroll down the page, do a little examination, and get started. We want to get you on this as soon as possible. And then Once you do, I don't know if I said this, once you do, you'll get access to our risk form, where we can plug those other holes if they're there. I did mention that earlier. So that's your next step. Get started with us, and then we'll see what else you need. We'll help you out. We have a great group to support you through whatever you're working on.
Absolutely correct, man. And again, folks, look, here's the deal. At the end of the day, if you don't have any issues, everybody in America should have a smart banking solution. It's the way you wrest control of your bank account from the bank and into your own possession, and that is everything.
Yep.
Thank you all for listening in. Take it away, Frank.
Okay. Bye.